started one day when me and my mom were just hanging around in the house with my brothers and sisters. So for some reason, my mom was just sitting down on the couch. And then, for some reason, her phone started ringing out of nowhere. So then, my mom answered the phone. And at that point, she started hearing something. And I was like, Mama, what's happening? ¿Qué está pasando? And my mom was like, no. And then I'm like, alright, this is getting a little bit serious. No, if she's going like this, because she doesn't usually do that to me. She's going like this. You know, when your parents do this, you know something's wrong. So then I hear that my grandpa was not rushed, but went to the hospital. And we all knew he already had stomach cancer. He had his surgery not a long time ago, but kind of. So we know he was supposed to be good, but for some reason, he couldn't breathe. And I'm thinking, what? I was angry but worried at the same time. You know when you're like worried but angry, you're like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? I hope it feels better, something like that. You know, everybody had that situation in their lives. So my mom said, don't be worried, Pedro, don't be frustrated, don't be anything. And I'm telling my mom, what? No, how can you tell me to not be frustrated or worried? Like this, my grandpa can't breathe. And I don't even know my other grandpa from your side. So he's basically my only grandpa that I have. And my mom said, no, he's all right. He's in a bed. They're giving him air. And then I'm like, oh my God. So then my mom said, you know what? Turn on the Roku. So something next time. So then we turn it on, and then we start watching some Hulu Plus. And my mom said, what do you want to watch? And my mom said, whatever you want to watch. And my mom said, we have missed some stuff from Masterchef Junior. So we watched that. And Masterchef Junior, if anybody knows it out there, it's basically these little kids around the world that are amazing cooks. That, like 8 to 12, that cook such amazing meals. And then it's the 3 best chefs in the world. And the best one out of all those 3 is Gordon Ramsay. You should see how many shows. Some of the shows are not even about cooking, and he's a chef. How does a man... Never mind. So, at that point, me and my mom were watching, and then we were watching, and I was still frustrated. I told my mom, no, how is this show? I really enjoy it, but how is this show going to help me? Like, my freaking grandpa is at the hospital right now with the thing trying to breathe. He can't breathe by himself. He can't breathe by himself. By himself. So then my mom said, you know what? Watch this show. And I was like, this show's not gonna make me feel better. So then I'm watching the show, and then me and my mom see this girl, and my mom's like, oh, that girl's really cute. She's really cute. And I'm like, okay. So then, at that moment, my mom heard something. I forgot what she said, but her name was Oona. And then, she said that something, and my mom started chuckling. And then at some point in this one episode, Gordon Ramsay was talking and saying, hey, what do I want from you? And the girl said, you want us to make you look good. And then at that moment, that second, my mom started she was like about to explode with laughter. And I was like, what? That little saying. But then I realized So then me and my mom, well, I realized that she really calmed down and she didn't worry about my grandpa because she knew it was gonna be all right. But so I was saying, all right, that was a little bit kind of funny to say it in front of his face because you should see how mad he gets. He would say like 50 bad words in one sentence. If he gets really mad. So at that very moment, I was like, all right, we'll watch another episode. And then this one episode, for these guys, you should see how they cook. Like their fish how they would cook would look better than that. They would look better. And their chicken, oh my God, their chicken would look better than that. And how I hate tomatoes, but how they cut it, they look actually good. In this thing I'm about to show you, they look maybe better, maybe. And these guys are like 8 and 12. How is that possible? An 8-year-old. And then she says she's been cooking since he was 2. And then another fruit, boom, right there. I don't know if it's a fruit or a vegetable, but then another one.
Abby's the 8-year-old who's been cooking since she was 2.
Oh, okay.
Una's the 9-year-old.
All right. And their cheese. Bam, right here. It would look better than that. And so they started making pies for some reason. How can you make pies when you're 8 by yourself? And we're not just talking a little pie. No, we're talking like Boston cream pie with like the thing, and they would make it so good with the dough better than this. So my mom was really happy. She said, how could they do it? And I was looking at my mom. Guess I said, they're better cooks than you. Deal with it. And my mom was, and I was like, don't take it really seriously. Look how they cook that stuff. But then at that moment, my mom said she got really emotional with this girl that was named Oona. And she was 9 and she cooked really good food. Like I felt like I wanted to go inside that TV, go into the show, duplicate the food, take the real food with me and start eating it. Like the food was so good, my mouth started to water. So then at that moment, my mom said, oh my God, if I'm gonna cry if that girl Oona gets out of the show. And I'm saying, it's a show. Like, yeah, I would feel bad if she went out, but still, you're gonna cry? You're gonna cry because she's out? Like, for real, I kind of feel bad, but a little bit happy because she's away from her family, and who knows what her family is by now. And then she's probably gonna be like, you know what, I failed, but I'm getting better experience. Mommy and Daddy, hug me. So then my mom was like staying up, I don't even know what time. She stood up so late, and then I was in bed, snuggling in my little blanket. Don't bother me, I'm sleeping. So then my mom said that she was walking and she was watching like the show for so long. And I'm like, she was ruining the pressure. I said, who's gonna make it? Who's gonna make it in the semifinals? Or who's gonna make it in the finals? She's like, these 2 boys are gonna make the 2 finals. And then you know when you are watching this show and you want to know what happens, but you don't want anybody. And then for some reason, spoiler alert right there. She spoiled the whole thing for me. And then my mom said, I think we watched this show. I'm like, no, you watched it by yourself. By yourself. Not me. You did. That's why you think that we already saw the show. No. Don't say we. say you did, say I. So then my mom, I was just staring. I paused the show and I was just staring at my mom with my arms crossed like. So at that moment, my mom said, and then I started actually looking more at this girl named Oona, and then I heard that she was really funny for a 9-year-old. She was actually pretty funny, and for some reason, I didn't know why or how a 9-year-old would do all this stuff. Girl, I wouldn't even have the courage, and I'm 11. So at this one episode, they poured syrup on the judges, but only for the person that was saved to make the most perfect sunny side up side eggs, I think. Anyways, but I just wanna, if this girl named Oona is watching, and whoever is watching, and I ask this question, you better deal with it. You better not say nothing, because everybody has that person that they want to talk to. And I have many of those people. But I know that maybe this video will go all around the world. Maybe not. But maybe. So I have this question, especially for this girl. So maybe one day I can Skype you, because I want to know how it is to freaking face Gordon Ramsay. Because if anybody else is watching, you have to watch at least one of his shows, and you should see how mad he gets. In his first sentence, I said this before and I'll say it again, 50 bad words, 20, he would go straight up to your face like, what? What are you doing? And then your face would just be like, you wouldn't have any word to say. And for real, if you would say anything, he would feel, I think one time he said that he wanted to punch. I don't know. I think that one time he would want to punch somebody. I think he'd probably punch somebody if he got super mad, and they talked back to him. Dude, he'd probably be like, the guy was like, hey, and then he'd talk back, and then he'd be like. But then, what I'm trying to say is that show actually calmed me down. And then later in the day, I called my grandpa. Everything was good. And then I said, I'm still trying to finish that show. And whoever out there, I tell you, I recommend that show to you. Because if your mom doesn't let you see bad words, but for real, watch him. He used to be a soccer player. Now he's a chef. What? But I recommend any of his shows. Gordon Ramsay, he is like, you wouldn't even picture him as a chef like you would, but like his mentality, his personality, you wouldn't. Even one of the kids, they asked him, oh, how is it? And then I forgot what he said actually, but what did he say? I don't know, but and then their kids like 8 to 12, so then he's like, oh man, and all the kids stopped cooking, all the pans are burning and everything, and they're like just staring at him, and then he's yelling at the team, and then anyways, it's been a little bit too long though right now. Sorry if you don't have to watch the whole video though, but I would really appreciate it. Anyways, to inform you, I'm gonna maybe make some more videos on my account. I'm gonna get a new account. But for any of you who want to watch that show, I'll maybe, I don't know, maybe just search Gordon Ramsay. This thing, it's called an app if you have an account or password, something like that. Press Hulu Plus, and then you see shows. And then you just search like chef or Hell's Kitchen or something like that. And then, or Masterchef or Masterchef Junior, whichever one. Hell's Kitchen, Masterchef Junior or something. He even has a show about a hotel. Hotels.
Pedro, you're like 16 minutes, dude.
So it's been a little bit too long, but for real, I recommend you guys to watch that show. And the girl who heard my message, maybe try to get in touch with me, Skype me, whatever. But please, thank you for watching, or maybe not, but I don't care. Please and goodbye.